quiet for a minute, I've been grinding, still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I'm back on my business. If you see me, don't trip, just excuse me. Wrong if I do, wrong if I don't. That's why I do me no matter what, so excuse me. Lie if I do, lie if I don't. The proof is in the story, take a seat and excuse me. The crash came when the cash came. Spend it before you get it like those rookies all on draft day. For the love like it's match game. Hit the ground running, really do it for my last name. They act different when the facts change. I'm not with the tip for tag games. In my own league, I don't chase game. In my own league, I don't hang with lanes. I know I've been quiet for a minute, I've been grinding, still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I'm back on my business. If you see me, don't trip, just excuse me. Wrong if I do, wrong if I don't. That's why I do me no matter what, so excuse me. Lie if I do, lie if I don't. The proof is in the story, take a seat and excuse me. Now how could that be? Talking about who can be talking about me. Feeling like Stretch where I got all this reach. Feeling too blessed when I step on these beats. Now how could that be? I could beat the pressure, I could beat the 2-3. Jab, jab, hook, then I duck and I weave. It was never you, it was me versus me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, I've been grinding, still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I'm back on my business. If you see me, don't trip, just excuse me. Wrong if I do, wrong if I don't. That's why I do me no matter what, so excuse me. Lie if I do, lie if I don't. The proof is in the story, take a seat and excuse me. Better get some, swinging for the fences, I might leave it in the sun. Every pitch a home run. Stack a couple tickets just to leave it to my son. Take it back while I be gone. Small city kid, couldn't dream a bigger one. A marathon, never run. Check the scoreboard, how I'm feeling like I won. I know I've been quiet for a minute, I've been grinding, still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I'm back on my business. If you see me, don't trip, just excuse me. Wrong if I do, wrong if I don't. That's why I do me no matter what, so excuse me. Lie if I do, lie if I don't. The proof is in the story, take a seat and excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, I've been grinding, still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I'm back on my business. If you see me, don't trip, just excuse me. Wrong if I do, wrong if I don't. That's why I do me no matter what, so excuse me. Lie if I do, lie if I don't. The proof is in the story, take a seat and excuse me. The crash came when the cash came. Spend it before you get it like those.
Good evening, guys. This is Big Al. Alan Feaster with KO Boxing Breaking News. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm glad you all showed up tonight. We're doing a live show tonight. The live show is for you guys to come on and make some comments to share your thoughts on boxing. The live show is for you guys. Excuse me one moment. There we go. All right. My name again is Alan Feaster, guys. So thank you guys for showing up tonight. Appreciate it again so much. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to get into it tonight. We have a lot to talk about. I want to thank you guys. But we're up 292 subscribers since I started over again. Over probably almost 200 subscribers in the last 30 days, almost. Pretty good. And also, 32,000 views, something like that or more total in the last 28 days. So we're doing pretty good again, coming back after I deleted the old channel, which I shouldn't have done. But tonight is the live show. Give me 1 second. I forgot to invite you guys on. There's a StreamYard link to click in the comment section. I'll put that in the comment section. Here's the StreamYard link to click to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. All the fights you might have seen this past week, what your thoughts are about Tank Davis, about Lomachenko, about stuff going on with the fight coming up with Terence Crawford. We're gonna get it. Also, stick around, guys, because I will have some video clips to show you from the send-off party here in Omaha, Nebraska, for the Terence Crawford send-off party before they were on their way to California for the big fight in a couple weeks. So that's about 2 weeks away now, guys. So we didn't get ready for it as well. I don't know how many people are actually watching here tonight. I think we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube and also Rumble. I don't think that we're on Twitter tonight. I think I have to sign up for some premium account on the X Spaces now. But this is a live show. I normally haven't been going live as much, so some of you guys probably didn't know I was going to be live tonight. I could have done some pre-recorded shows, but I decided to go live for you guys. For you guys to come on, hit the StreamYard link. Also, type your comments in the comments section. Now you get to show your comments for free on screen. So type your comments on screen. Say hi, where you're at, where you're from, all that stuff. And I'm stepping out of my comfort zone tonight to do the live show for you guys. So let's get into some of what's happening here real quick. I'll go through some of it. They have some boxing history up tonight. I just seen a little video clip with Sean on his channel as well with Tim Bradley. They say that Tim Bradley, Lomachenko's decision not to fight Tank Davis could mark the end of his career. They're thinking that he might be retiring. I don't know. We'll find those things out as well. So guys, bear with me one moment. I'm trying to fix the screens, move the screens around a little bit. Okay, well, here we go. Come back. Also, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Crawford chooses Canelo Payday over risky Boots Ennis fight. That's the main topic for tonight. And then, of course, Diaz issues warning that Crawford overlooking Madrimov at his own peril. They're talking about that tonight as well. And also, we have Joe Joyce predicts knockout victory over Derek Chisora at the O2 Arena coming up, I think, this weekend. Okay, and then this one, I did a little news story on this earlier today. Gervonta Davis camp targets Shakur Stevenson for November bout after Lomachenko's withdrawal. We'll talk about that again tonight. And I won't go through all these, but some of these guys. Also, it's your opportunity to share your comments as well. WBC orders immediate. Okay, this is an interesting story here. The WBC orders an immediate rematch between Ashaki Foster and Conceição after their controversial outcome of their fight. I think Foster, most people think that Foster got robbed during that fight, but the WBC World Boxing Council is ordering an immediate rematch for that fight. We might talk about that. Artur Beterbiev, or Beterbiev, some people call him, and also Dmitry Bivol training hard for October 12th clash. And these are some of the main things. And also, Fury must win rematch. A Joshua clash hangs in the balance as well. Errol Spence, we did talk about this. Errol Spence Jr. has to be rejuvenated. Opportunity for him to move up to 154 pounds against Fedora to redeem himself. But he's only got one loss on his record, so he only got beat by Terence. Other than that, worked over pretty good in that fight, but he has a chance to come back and redeem himself as well. We'll see how he does. Also, guys, thank you for showing up tonight. Hit the comments. Type your comments in the comments section. Don't forget to hit that StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. Again, the live show is for you to share what you would like to share, not just so much what I'm saying here tonight. I already thank you for one like already. Appreciate that. Thanks, guys, for your support. Yes, appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, guys. And also, I don't know if you have anybody who wants to click that StreamYard link, come on live tonight and be a special guest on the show. You can come on live and show your handsome or pretty faces to talk about boxing. Okay, what we're going to first go into our main topic for tonight. We're going to get into it real quick. I go back here and find it. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is what we're mainly talking about tonight. We're going to talk about some of the other things too as well, if we have time. If nobody shows up, I might cut out early. I don't want to have to cut out early, guys. So you guys type your comments, come on live, keep the ball rolling, keep the show rolling, and I'll stay on with you guys. Okay. The main thing we're going to talk about here tonight. Okay. Here it is, right up here, right here. Crawford chooses Canelo Payday over risky Boots Ennis fight. Now, here we go, guys. Let's go for it right now. We'll get into the main news, and we'll get into some of the other topics here tonight. Also, like I said, stick around. I got a couple of small video clips to show you from the Terence Crawford send-off party on Saturday. I wish I could have got more. I was having some technical problems that afternoon. I got there a few minutes late, trying to get what I could. But here we go. Crawford chooses Canelo Payday over risky Boots Ennis. This is what they're talking about. Terence Crawford revealed in an interview that he prefers a fight against Canelo Alvarez over Jaron Boots Ennis because of the match's impact on his bank account and also his legacy. At least Crawford is being honest by saying he wants the Canelo fight for the money he'll get. Can't blame him, guys. You really can't. As the saying goes, greed is good. Also, guys, don't forget.
Ice cold beer.
Get your drinks, okay? As the saying goes, greed is good, especially if you don't have to run the gauntlet at 168 pounds to get the dough. Terence might not last long if he jumps in with the apex predators at super middleweight like David Benavidez. And this one here, guys, is by Robbie Bennington. Thanks, Mr. Robbie Bennington. This is what they're saying. Now, Crawford, who has 40 big wins, 0 losses, 31 KOs, admits that his rationale for wanting to move up 3 divisions to challenge the superstar Canelo for his undisputed middleweight championship without experience in that particular weight class is the money and, of course, his legacy of his victories. That's what he wants, legacy and money. Many fans feel that Crawford's main reason for wanting the Canelo fight is for the money. Well, come on, makes sense, doesn't it? And the titles are secondary. A win-win scenario. It's an ideal situation for Crawford if His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh gives him the Canelo Alvarez, guys, now 61 big wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 KOs this fight. Now, Crawford will likely walk away with $20 million, and Uncle Sam will walk away with probably 50% of that. Just joking. All right. And no one would fault him if he's beaten. He would have he'd already have his built-in excuse, what they're saying. His age is going to be 37 years of age at that time. No experience at the 168-pound or 160-pound weight class. It's a win-win for Crawford because he's moving up 3 divisions and not fighting anyone before getting the Canelo title shot. This is what they're talking about. Now, it's unfair to the contenders at the 168-pound division for Crawford to jump ahead of them, especially guys like David Benavidez. But the fight, this is business, guys. Boxing is business. End quote. Here we go. This says in quote, where I'm at right now, I'm looking at the fight that makes the most sense, and that's not Boots, end quote. Said Terence Crawford on YouTube, Ariel Helwani's channel, making it clear that he's not interested in fighting unbeaten IBF welterweight champion Jaron Boots Ennis in a risky fight, but rather Canelo Alvarez to pick up a massive golden parachute to give him a soft landing into his retirement years. Can't blame him, guys. Can't blame him. Seriously. That's a lot of money. $37, $38. What do you think? Remember a long time ago, Terence said he wanted to retire even younger than that. And he still continued to fight on to 37 years of age coming up. But in quote, Canelo is going to bring way more to my legacy and way more to my bank account, because when boxing is done, what will we have? Question mark. I would have a legacy. That's something people talk about for ages, and I would have a bank account that would last for ages as well. Makes sense. Now I sort of think like Warren Buffett, I guess. Okay. It would be better if Crawford at least beat one solid fighter at 168 pounds to show fans that this fight isn't just to fill his bank account before retirement. Also, Turkey Al-Sheikh installs David Benavidez, unless Turkey Al-Sheikh could install David Benavidez as a hurdle for Crawford to overcome. Fans would love that idea, because at least if Terence won, he'd have earned the Canelo fight instead of having it given to him on a silver platter based on his accomplishments against fighters at 135 pounds, 140 pounds, 147 pounds, and now 154 pounds. Do you guys got any comments in the comment section? Do you guys have anything you'd like to share? I think we do got somebody make a comment. I had to go back here and find out. Hey, brother, we have Kendall Morris. Let me blow this up because I'm going blind, guys. I got to change this around a little bit. I got to go to the classic style because my eyesight. Kendall Morris, what time will the main event walk be August 3rd? I don't know. Let me go back here and take a look. We might be able to check on that real quick. Let's find out. We can answer his question, okay? Okay, we'll come back here. We'll finish this off. We'll come back to that article real quick. Let's go here. Boxing News 24, boxing schedule. Okay. Okay, we already went past July 26th. What's next? July. Okay, July 27th. July 27th. Okay, August 3rd. Here we go, guys. This must be it. Well, this is the information I have so far, guys. He asked, okay, let's go back here again. Can't leave his comment out here. To answer his question, what time will the main event walkout be on August 3rd? This is all I have so far, guys, right here. August 3rd, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., 2 a.m. UK time in Great Britain. Okay, again, it's 2 a.m. United Kingdom time over there in the Great Britain for our fans over in the UK. Los Angeles, California. Live on DAZN pay-per-view, ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Says world title fight. Israel Madrimov versus Terence Crawford, 12 rounds for Madrimov's WBA and vacant WBO interim junior middleweight title. World title fight. World title fight. Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Jose Valenzuela, 12 rounds for Cruz's WBA junior welterweight title. Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller, 12 rounds heavyweights. Jared Anderson versus Martin Bakuli, 10-round heavyweights. And world title fight, David Morrell versus Hot Rod Radvoji, I can't even pronounce it, Kaladizik, 12 rounds for vacant WBA regular light heavyweight title. Andy Cruz, Antonio, and also versus Antonio Moran, 10-round lightweight. And they have another one, okay? That's another fight going on in England on August 3rd as well over in the UK. But that's all I have so far, guys, so I don't know what time the actual ring walk time. Usually, I'd probably say 11 o'clock our time, Central Standard Time. The fight probably won't be over until midnight. I don't know exactly, but that's all we have so far. Okay? Well, we'll get more information as the fight gets closer. So that's it. Okay? So let's go back here to where we left off. Okay? Back to the news article. All right. So here we go. All right. So back where we're at. Crawford is already rich. Of course, we know that. With an estimated net worth, Terence Crawford, a net worth of 18 million, big ones, $18 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. Probably has more money than that, but at least that. The number will increase substantially after his fight against WBA junior middleweight champion Israel Madrimov at Turkey Al-Sheikh Riyadh season event on August 3rd on DAZN and ESPN Plus pay-per-view at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. Now, many fans feel that the Crawford would have little problem beating Boots Ennis, so there's no reason to push for him to take that fight. What fans do have an issue with is Crawford being given a title shot against Canelo without fighting anybody in a 168-pound weight class. Now, they're complaining about him maybe skipping the line. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. You guys can click the StreamYard link again to come on live. If you like to come on live, you guys can click the StreamYard link again. I'll paste it in the comments as well again. StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. Okay, but just go back, okay? They don't like him skipping the line. This is what they're kind of irritated about. That's more troubling because it makes the fight a non-sporting event. After all, Crawford will have been allowed to skip all the dangerous contenders as super middleweight that would likely beat him. Hey, guys, this is about the money, okay? Okay, well, we'll give him an opportunity to fight. What the hell? You know, for example, if Crawford fought Benavidez, he would be an underdog. The idea of Crawford fighting Canelo would go down the drain with Terence getting blown out of the water by Benavidez. And he might have a vindication because Terence Crawford kicked his brother's ass, knocked his brother out toward the end of that fight. Now, Crawford is too old, they say, small, inactive to beat a fighter like Benavidez, and he's not being asked to fight him. He'll be given the Canelo fight if he beats Madrimov on August 3rd. Any other comments, guys? Go ahead and share your comments in the comment section. Let me go back here and make sure we're not skipping no comments. Okay. Okay, we don't know for sure what time that ring walk time is going to be, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Yes, sir. Okay, but they go on. It would be interesting if His Excellency told Crawford that he must get past Benavidez if he wants the Canelo fight because fans could see his reaction. Would Crawford agree with the idea or refuse and run out of the room in a fit of rage? Come on. He ain't going to run out. In a fit of rage, right? Okay. It's not that funny. Come on, calm down. All right. Okay. What we might do here as well, we might go through some of the comments on the article. I'm waiting for you guys to make some of your comments. Let me pull this. Let me get this out of the way. Hit the StreamYard link. Come on live. Share your thoughts on boxing. Let me, real quick, before we go on, we have a couple people watching, and I can show this more than once. This is some of the video clip from the Terence Crawford send-off party on Saturday afternoon. This happened Saturday afternoon. So let me pull up a couple of them, just short videos. Here's one, and we'll play this real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll put myself in there. Here we go.
So hydrated. Let's give it up for Terence Crawford, ladies and gentlemen. T-Bud, the greatest boxer of all time. I appreciate you guys welcoming me here. I'm just tagging along with T-Bud. I'm about to fly off to Tampa right now to see my brother beat Mike Perry tonight. Big 7 days in boxing.
All right, guys, there you go. That's one. Okay, we'll pull that. Real quick, the picture, a couple of guys you see in the video clip here. One's red spikes off to the left of the screen as you're looking at the screen, and Esau Diegas is one of the other trainers. He's right there in the middle of the screen, and I think blue or black shorts with white tennis shoes. So a couple of the coaches are in this video clip. See, guys, I told you I have difficulties that afternoon. Okay. Well, there you go, guys. We'll have one more to show you, and that's it. That's all I got for tonight. Add that back in and play it again. Okay, it must have froze up. Okay, that's right. But but you got to see some gist of it. You got to see Jake Paul's Logan Paul there as well. So, okay, what do you guys think about the Terence Crawford stuff we just talked about? Type your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think as well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a screen share of some of the other comments as I'm waiting for you guys to make some comments as well. And we'll pull those up and we'll talk about those comments. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I think I might have had some problems here. Let me delete some of this stuff, remove from the studio. Says your browser blocked your screen. Click the screen icon. Okay. Okay, we'll try this again. I'm removing some of this stuff. All right. We had some technical difficulties there for a moment, guys. This is a live show. But let's try to do the preset again. Do the screen share again one more time. Okay, there we go. So we had a little technical difficulty. Okay, but this is what's happening. Okay. Some of the other comments that some of the other people are making, some of them are long-ass comments that I'm not going to read. Salvador Sanchez 126 says Crawford versus Alvarez is a money grab. Crawford will be 37 if the fight were to happen. The Saudis would be paying. Both will get the bag, triple bag. No chance Crawford fights Benavidez to get the Alvarez fight. Exactly. Then OD also says, left this comment about 2 hours ago, fighting Canelo is not a duck of Ennis. Crawford wants the bag, and who can blame him? Okay, Kevin Orellana, he says, not to mention Crawford gains nothing from beating Boots. These are all the same things that we talked about. OD also says it's still the second best fight potentially available to him. Okay, Freddie A 2 hours ago left this comment. It says, right, getting stripped of his belt at 147 pounds because he refused to fight Ennis is a duck of Ennis. No, I don't think, because once he realized that he was going to get the undisputed championship in that weight class, there was nothing else to accomplish in that weight class. So let's move on up to a third division and try to become 3-time undisputed. I think that's the main gist of it. That's what they said they were going to do. There was no duck really of Ennis at that time. And before Ennis got the IBF belt, he had nothing to bring to the table anyway, except his talent and his boxing skills. There was no money. And also you got to realize too, at that time, how many people would pay for a pay-per-view fight to see Terence Crawford watch that fight, guys. So anybody else got any comments you'd like to share tonight? Let's go on to another headline. We'll stop all the screen shares that we were doing. I tried to show you some video clips, but there was a technical problem here tonight. Also, Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano score KOs in Tampa. We talked about that. A lot of people said that Amanda Serrano was fighting a tomato can. We'll skip that article, but that's their pictures behind me, but they did an awesome job. Jake Paul sold out his arena. They said that it holds more than 17,000 seats, but I think they wanted to sell 17,000 tickets. They sold 17,000 tickets from what they were saying. But we'll get back to that here maybe in a minute. Let's go back to boxing, because Amanda's boxing for women's boxing. We support women's boxing. But I don't know. After seeing Jake Paul's fight, though, I got to go back here. But after seeing Jake Paul's fight Saturday night, or part of it, part of the highlights, he really did put on a boxing show. I mean, the other guy has a lot of experience doing the bare knuckle fighting. That's kind of like boxing without boxing gloves. Supposed to be a tough guy, supposed to be the face of bare knuckle boxing. But I think the new person they're going to have to make the face of bare knuckle boxing is Robert Duran Jr., Roberto Duran's son. He's fighting in bare knuckle boxing now. I think he might become their next rising star or face of bare knuckle boxing, Roberto Duran's son. Okay, Jake, but we'll get into that real quick here. Let's go through it and see what they had to say. And I always mispronounce this, at the Amalie, or AMALIE Arena in Tampa, Florida, before an audience of 17,000, as I just stated, on pay-per-view DAZN. Jake Paul stopped the unbeaten bare-knuckle fighter Mike Perry in the 6th round after scoring a three knockdowns in the co-main event. The WBA, WBO, IBF, and IBO World Featherweight Champion Amanda, the Real Deal Serrano, defeated WBF, the World Boxing Federation International Lightweight Champion Stevie Morgan in 2 rounds. Stopped her. And they said it's a while since Amanda had a knockout or a stoppage, and she had her stoppage that night. Now, in the main event, Jake Paul, 11 big wins, 1 loss, 8 KOs, stopped Mike Perry, who is now 0 wins, 2 losses, at 1 minute and 12 seconds of the 6th round in a bout scheduled for 8 rounds. And I can't show you any of the highlights because we'll get a copyright claim. But it says in the 1st round, Paul dropped Perry with a right to the chin, resulting in an 8 count from referee Christopher Young. In the 2nd round, Perry walked towards Paul with his hands at his side, was dropped again by a right hand. Out of frustration, Perry flipped Paul to the canvas in the final minute. In the 3rd round, Perry sustained a cut on his right eyebrow. Paul's jab targeted Perry's bloody face in the 4th round, and in the final seconds, Paul rocked Perry with another right to the chin and staggered him. We got the gist of it. Jake Paul kicked his ass. Okay, I'll stop there because there's not much. You guys don't want to bore you to death with that one. But we all know, but I think he's doing a better job. I think he's improving his boxing skills, in my opinion. Okay, let's go back to some real boxing. Okay, as well. Shout out to Amanda Serrano for her win, though. Okay, guys. So here we go. I just lost my page. We'll pull it back up. I'm waiting for you guys to type your comments in the comment section, waiting for you guys to hit the StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. Also, Carrington advises against Tank versus Shakur due to low fan interest. This is something that we might talk about as well for a second. They say Bruce Carrington doesn't recommend Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Shakur Stevenson next in a lightweight unification clash due to the low interest that the fight would have. It's that fight. Goodbye. Okay, all right. But featherweight contender Carrington states that the boxing fans wouldn't be excited at seeing Tank versus Stevenson next due to Shakur's lack of performance against Artem Hartunian on July 6th on ESPN. The fight was dull, similar to Shakur's previous one against Edwin De Los Santos this past November. Another problem is Stevenson isn't well known to casual boxing fans yet. This is what they're talking about. While hardcore fans know who Shakur is, many intensely dislike his fighting style, viewing him as a very boring and not worth the time to take your girl out on Saturday night to watch him perform. Your girlfriend probably fall asleep or you fall asleep. Okay, but Carrington feels that for a fight between Gervonta and WBC lightweight champion Stevenson, who is now 22 big wins, 0 losses, 10 KOs, to a big, Shakur needs to have very impressive wins coming back to back before a fight between him and Tank would actually sell. End quote. It says, right now, no. I feel because these guys are young, they have time to build it up because of how the audience has been taking Shakur's last performance. The interest in it is low, end quote, said Bruce Carrington to Mill City Boxing about whether Gervonta Davis should fight Shakur Stevenson next. They go on as well. That's it, okay? So what do you guys think about Shakur? Should Shakur and Tank fight? I don't think so. Maybe they can wait on that one. But who else is he going to fight? In my opinion, there's nobody else for him to fight. That's probably the best fight for him as well. Okay, guys. So let's come back here. Anybody else got any comments in the comment section you'd like to leave? You can type your comments in the comment section. Okay. What else is happening here in the boxing news? Let me come back here, guys. What's the main thing happening? I might switch. We already talked about that. Oh, we'll see. Also, we skipped over a couple things as well. Uh, Also, we didn't talk about, okay, we did talk Tim Bradley, Lomachenko. Let's talk about that real quick. If I don't bore you guys to death. I'm stepping on my comfort zone for you guys to do the live watch party. Type your comments in the comment section before we can show them on screen. Hit the StreamYard link. Come on live. Share your thoughts on boxing. Don't be afraid. Chop it up. Let you guys share your thoughts. Tim Bradley, Lomachenko's decision not to fight Tank Davis could mark the end of his career. This is what they were talking about earlier tonight. Okay. Boxing commentator Tim Bradley believes we've seen the last of Vasily Lomachenko after his decision not to pursue the mega fight with Gervonta Tank Davis in November. Bradley notes that the former three-division world champion Lomachenko isn't the type that ducks opponents normally, but he thinks he's lost interest in the sport at the age of 36. He thinks Lomachenko, who has 18 big wins, 3 losses, 12 KOs, knows that Tank Davis is using him for his name to increase his fame, and he questions whether he would be given a decision even if he won. The weight of past controversy, because it says what's bearing on this is the weight of past controversial decisions in boxing. After all, Tank is the younger star with a lot of money behind him and more of the future ahead of him than he is at his advanced age. Lomachenko has already been on the receiving end of 3 questionable decisions in his career against Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Orlando Solido. All 3 of those fights took place in the U.S., and Lomachenko might not feel he'll be given a fair shake against the superstar Tank Davis if the fight does go down in distance. Okay, since that's Lomachenko's likely path to victory, he would basically have very little chance of beating Crawford unless he got lucky and scored a knockout. Crawford, he means Tank Davis. Sometimes these guys writing these article guys make some mistakes. We're still talking about Tank Davis, and this guy writing the article accidentally put Crawford's name in this paragraph. Beating Tank Davis unless he got lucky and scored a knockout. The only one that had a chance of winning was Tank Davis, and Lomachenko would be used for his name to transform the Baltimore native into a bigger star, as we were talking about. What do you think about that? Do you think Lomachenko would be used, pimped out during this fight? Got tricked into the fight? Okay, well, we'll go on. If you want to call this a duck, it's a duck. There's no doubt about it, but I think it's something deeper because Loma is the type of guy that doesn't duck any smoke, said Tim Bradley to Sean Zeitel's YouTube channel. Talking about Vasily Lomachenko choosing not to fight Gervonta Tank Davis to take the remainder of the years off. Okay, we got some comments in the comment section already. We got somebody stopping by. All right, brother. Hey, thank you. Come on. Mucha. It says opinions on Boots versus Crawford. We were just talking about that. My personal opinion is like I said again, Terence Crawford, and I'm not saying that it can't still happen, but he won that division, won all the belts in that division, nothing else to win. Nobody else had any belts. Terence Crawford had all the belts, and they already made up in their mind at that point when they won that fight, we're going to move up to 154-pound weight class, and we're going to move up and try to become 3-time undisputed champions. And that was what happened. He wasn't really ducking Jaron Boots Ennis. And then also in the past, some of you guys might know this. Check this out with Blue Blood Sports TV on his channel and Blue Blood Sports TV on the channel. Steven Espinoza, they were going to try to make a match between Terence Crawford and Boots in the past, but Steven Espinoza didn't have any dates, or they couldn't make it happen. They didn't have the money or dates, something like that. It just they wanted to make it happen, but Steven Espinoza kept it from happening, or PBC kept it from happening. Steven Espinoza really, because Steven Espinoza was Showtime Boxing. He's the one that really kept it from happening. Go check out Blue Blood, and he'll explain that to you, or ask him, because he's the one that was trying to help line some of that up. Okay, but they go on. Also, I'll go back. I'll finish that up. Your topic about Jaron, and then maybe, like I said, down the line, maybe these two guys can negotiate a money deal. Turkey Al Sheikh might say, "Hey, I'll give you Terrence. I'll give you another $20 million if you fight Jaron Boots Ennis, and I'll give Jaron some money as well." So that still could happen. It still could happen here by the end of the next 2 years. But I don't think Terence Crawford, in my opinion, is going to fight. Okay, he turns 37. I don't think he'll fight past the age of 39. I'll say 2 years at the most, and he's done. 1 year, maybe one more fight next year, and he might be done, in my opinion. They might stretch it to 39 and done. There's no point at that point. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? We'll finish this out, and we'll call it an evening, unless we get some more people making some more comments. Okay, they say you can call it a duck if you want to call it a duck. There's no doubt about it. He goes, okay. He told Sean Zeitel on his YouTube channel, go check it out. It might be a duck on Lomachenko's part, but only because he knows what he was up against. Fighting the superstar Tank Davis with virtually no chance of winning. The only thing Lomachenko would get out of the fight was a big payday. He would be selling his name to Tank. Now, in quote, they say, when I look at how he's been behaving, this isn't just one time, this is twice. Shakur is part of Top Rank, Bradley said about Lomachenko, end quote. He wanted the fight. Lomachenko pretty much said it, end quote. He says, I don't want the fight right now. So not only did he duck Shakur, he ducked Tank. He ducked both these guys. He didn't want to fight these young lions. That's what's going on here. It's understandable why Lomachenko didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson, because he saw what happened in his fight against Edwin De Los Santos with how he ran from him all night. Shakur landed just a few punches in every round, and the judges gave him a dubious decision in a fight that could have gone the other way. And we'll finish this out. It would be the same situation if Lomachenko fought Shakur, who was 27, with a long future ahead of him, and needed the famous fighter's name to increase his popularity. I'm rambling on, but basically what they're saying here, guys, they're just trying to pimp Lomachenko out just to, another big payday. But Lomachenko says, I don't really need the money. I already got some money, but that'd be the only reason. Unless Lomachenko come back and think, I really can beat this young buck. I really think I do. I think I really can win. But there's reasons here for not making this fight, but it still doesn't mean it can't happen. But I agree with everything they're saying on that. Any other comments tonight? Because I'm going to get ready to go because I only got a couple people watching. I just seen how many people would come on live tonight. Also, don't forget, if you want to stick around, hit the StreamYard link. Come on live, share your thoughts on your comments as well. And if you guys don't want to come on live or continue to type your comments in the comment section, I'm beat up. I'm out of here. I'm getting the heck out of here. But tell me what you guys think about some of these stories here tonight and some of the headlines. I just came out here tonight. Tell me what you guys think. Okay. I already give your opinion on that. Hey, but Macho Brother, thank you for stopping by, leaving your comment on screen. Appreciate that. Everybody stopped by tonight to check the show out. Like I said, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to do a live show, rambling on a little bit. But hey, guys, thank you guys again so much. Thanks for showing up. Hey, what time is it? Okay. Well, let me go on to this other story we didn't talk about. We didn't bring this up earlier. I did mention the title of it, and it was a really great fight. We did talk about it. Also, Diaz issues warning Crawford overlooking Madrimov at his own peril. WBA junior middleweight champion Israel Madrimov trainer Joel Diaz says challenger Terence Crawford says will feel his power when he connects with his shots on August 3rd when they meet in Riyadh's season event live on DAZN on ESPN pay-per-view at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. Again, Diaz feels that it's a mistake for people to be planning on Crawford 40 big wins, 0 losses, 31 KOs to face Canelo Alvarez next because Madrimov, 10 big wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, 7 KOs, isn't an average fighter that he's facing 12 days from now on August 3rd. Many boxing fans aren't familiar with Madrimov, never having seen him before. Guys, I've seen him fight before. He's a tough guy. That's all I can say. He's very tough, but he can be slow. He jumps in and out. Terence Crawford could time that. Boom, he gets knocked out. But they're saying they've seen the 36-year-old Crawford many times during his long 16-year career because his fights have been shown on ESPN. He's a known commodity, so people go with what they're familiar with and view Madrimov or Madrimov, however you want to say his name, the unknown, as the prop for Crawford to knock over. And when fans get used to seeing their favorites win, they assume they're always going to be victorious, regardless of their weight class or opponent. Now, Crawford has reached a point where he's hit the ceiling for what he can at the age of 36, they're saying. And Madrimov will expose his age and limitations. Yeah, I knew I'd get you guys to make some comments bringing this story up. Okay. But also, it says here, okay, what's going on here? We're doing a live boxing show we're talking about Terence Crawford right now fighting Madrimov on August 3rd. So, brother, thank you for stopping by here real quick. Brother of light. Hey, brother. Okay. So, here we go real quick back to where we just left off. So this is what they're saying again. When fans get used to seeing their favorite fighter win, regardless of the weight class opponent, Crawford has reached a point where he's hit his ceiling, they're saying, at the age of 36. Madrimov will expose his age and limitations. Okay. So, guys, give me 1 second here real quick. I got to pause this real quick. I'll play some music real quick. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm back already. Okay. All right. So that's what they're saying, guys. They go on to say, in quotes, is now in front of him, he has a younger fighter, stronger fighter, and very disciplined, said trainer Joel Diaz to the Snow Queen LA YouTuber channel, talking about Israel Madrimov ahead of his fight against Terence Crawford on August 3rd. Now, Crawford has become reckless, wanting, and I'm going to stop here. It says Crawford has become reckless, wanting and needing the Canelo Alvarez fight for that payday. So he doesn't have time to ease his way into a 154-pound division like a fighter normally would after being out of the ring for a year and reaching retirement age like Crawford. Let me stop there real quick, guys. Terence Crawford, from my understanding, just a few days after the fight with Errol Spence, a few days after, he was already walking around 160-some pounds. He's already walking around big. I mean, he's actually heavier than what he looks. He's just fit and trim. Okay, that's the deal. He walks around at that weight, so that's a natural weight for him. 154 pounds ain't shit. Okay, now His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh wanted Crawford to fight Madrimov, and he wasn't about to say no, given that he's the one who can make the Canelo fight happen in 2025. So Crawford is taking chances that a fighter his age and inactive during the last 4 years wouldn't take because he has no choice. If he wants the Canelo bag, he must fight Madrimov, is what they're saying. What do you guys think about this? This is ridiculous. Okay, I'll go on. It says, it's just lucky for Crawford that Turkey didn't ask him to fight David Benavidez or David Morrell at 168 pounds because it would get very exciting. Now, Crawford couldn't say no to Turkey and would be in deep going up against those two punchers. And finish off, end quote. When he's in the ring, he's very complicated, Diaz said about Madrimov. You can't watch a video of Israel and give yourself an opinion, but it's totally different when you're in the ring with him. When you're in the ring with him, it's very complicated, end quote. Now, Madrimov is hard to predict because of the angles at which he throws, his shots, and how he attacks. Crawford has never fought anyone with his style before, even though he's faced Eastern European fighters before. They weren't talented like Madrimov and didn't have his power. End quote. He goes on. When he's in the ring, he's in great control. I've seen him in the ring spar Dmitry Bivol when he was getting ready for Canelo. I was amazed. This kid is a 154-pounder and he's sparring a 175-pounder and he's doing great, said Diaz about Madrimov. End quote. I don't know if Bivol was going easy on him or not, but that sparring looked great. Now, Dmitry Bivol isn't a big light heavyweight, so that might explain why the stocky Madrimov was able to hold his own against him. Now, Madrimov is built along the same dimensions as Canelo Alvarez, which would help him against Bivol. Now, the power in the Madrimov shots are likely kept Bivol honest. Well, they'll go on. We'll finish this out, guys. Because he couldn't afford to unload on him with combinations without the risk of getting clipped. Well, that's it. But how much longer is this? I'm going to fall asleep. Okay, well, about 3 more paragraphs, guys. They say, if Madrimov defeats Crawford, it'll be fascinating to see if he's the one given the Canelo fight. I don't think it would be a good look for Crawford to be allowed to back into a fight against Canelo after a loss because he would be rewarded for failure, and that's not how the world operates. Now, again, end quote, he goes, I know there's a lot of plans for Crawford to fight Canelo. You can't count on that. Let this fight happen. Crawford not stepping in the ring with an average fighter, he's saying. This guy, Madrimov, is a world champion. With his experience, anything can happen. After this fight, August 3rd, they're going to know who Israel Madrimov is, said Diaz. Let me stop there real quick, guys. I heard Bomac saying some interviews this past weekend that they're not taking Madrimov lightly. They're taking him very serious. They know he's a great fighter. They know he's a tough fighter. They're not taking this guy like a walk. They're not even thinking that he's a walk in the park. They think it's going to be a tough fight, and they're going to do what they can at that moment in the ring. And whatever it takes, that's what it's going to take to take care of Madrimov, okay? But they're not looking at him very light, just like they're going to walk through him, okay? Just whatever happens, though. Now, Crawford has said he's not looking past Madrimov, as I just stated, towards a fight against Canelo, but that's the impossible. He can't help but look past Madrimov because there's so much money that he'll get from the Canelo fight, okay? So, and that's likely the sole reason why he's moved up to 154 pounds in the first place. Okay, so that's the end of that story, guys. Anybody else have any comments before I go tonight? All right. Thank you guys for the few comments we did get. I'm going to get out of here. The live show is for you. I'll start trying to do a live show a little bit more. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Type your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about all this as well. I appreciate it. I think there's one story I skipped over, but we might talk about it tomorrow night, maybe. I might go live again. I don't know, but hit the bell notification button.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
To be notified when I do come out with another news story or when we do go live. So again, this is KO Boxing Breaking News. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And as well, if you guys like to help out the channel, I forgot to put this up there. But if you guys would like to help out the channel right now, we're not monetized. Don't forget to subscribe, as I said. As well, there's the Cash App down below. So guys, donate to the channel at $ KO Boxing Breaking News on Cash App to help out if you'd like to help out. Appreciate it, guys. Also tonight, before I go, one last thing, guys, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. We'll do live shows more often. And then we're trying to line up some interviews to do some live interviews again with some people. We might have a young man that used to train with Terence Crawford back in the day in the amateurs, and he's one of Terence Crawford's good friends. We might get him on here as well. Not going to mention his name yet. Some of you guys know who he is. He said he'd like to come on and share some stories with you, and for that way, you guys get to know Terence more personally and more from a friend's perspective. Okay, guys. So everybody have a good night, And right here, real quick, say goodnight to this lady here, guys, and we'll catch you guys next time. Everybody have a good night.